Welcome to PH Insight. Know the force behind the flag. Whether it's warships, fighter jets, or the next big defense move, if it matters to Philippine security, it's here. Clark Air Base, Pampanga, the air over Luzon has come alive with the unmistakable roar of modern jet engines, as the United States Air Force's, USAF, most advanced stealth fighters have landed at Clark Air Base for the second phase of Exercise Cope Thunder Philippines 2025. This isn't just a routine training deployment, it's a show of force, a message of commitment, and a once-in-a-generation spectacle that has aviation enthusiasts, defense analysts, and ordinary citizens watching the skies with fascination. Even before the dust settled on the runway, social media lit up with images and videos of the F-35A Lightning II aircraft arriving in formation. Not long after, speculation and excitement doubled when reports surfaced about the covert arrival of the legendary F-22 Raptor, the USAF's prized stealth air superiority fighter, often referred to as the most lethal combat aircraft on the planet. While the official exercise schedule is kept mostly under wraps, what's clear is that this chapter of Cope Thunder Philippines 2025 will be unlike any other in recent memory. It promises an unprecedented level of sophistication, speed, and stealth, a perfect blend of cutting-edge technology and evolving air combat strategy. First held in the 1970s at Clark Air Base, the original Cope Thunder exercises were conceived as a way to simulate realistic combat scenarios for American pilots before they deployed to real conflicts. Over time, the exercise became a hallmark of regional air cooperation, pausing only after the closure of Clark in 1991, and returning decades later to reflect the reborn partnership between the Philippines and the United States. Now, in its 2025 edition, Cope Thunder has evolved into something far more dynamic, a chance for the Philippine Air Force, PAF, to train shoulder to shoulder with some of the world's most advanced fighters. For the PAF, whose backbone consists of the agile FA-50PH Fighting Eagle light combat aircraft, these exercises are critical opportunities to gain exposure to complex aerial maneuvers, integrated operations, and the high-speed chess game of modern air combat. And it's not just about flying. Ground crews practice rapid refueling and rearming procedures, radar and air defense teams refine tracking techniques against stealthy opponents, and planners from both countries work through scenarios that could mirror real regional crises. On a humid morning last week, aviation spotters gathered outside Clark Air Base fences. Rumors had spread like wildfire, the Americans weren't just bringing older fighters this time. As distant dots became unmistakable silhouettes, the watchers saw history in motion. The F-35A Lightning II, often dubbed the quarterback of the skies, isn't just another fighter. Designed to fuse data from its own sensors and allied systems, it acts as an airborne command post, passing targeting data to other aircraft and even ground forces. Watching these futuristic machines taxi under the Philippine sun felt, for many, like glimpsing tomorrow's Air Force. But the real drama was still to come. Later that day, sharp-eyed enthusiasts reported spotting a pair of aircraft with unmistakable canted tails and sharp diamond-like shapes slicing through the clouds. Could it be? The legendary F-22 Raptor, rarely deployed abroad and almost mythical in reputation, seemed to have joined the exercise. Though USAF has yet to officially confirm their participation, multiple sources, including satellite images and leaked photos, support the claim. If true, it would mark one of the few times these highly secretive fighters have operated from Philippine soil. While it's easy to focus on the thrill of cutting-edge jets roaring overhead, the arrival of these aircraft carries weightier implications. In recent years, tensions in the South China Sea have escalated, with the Philippines confronting challenges over its maritime claims. For Washington, demonstrating it can swiftly deploy fifth-generation fighters to the region is both reassurance to allies and a clear message to rivals. Defense analyst Celeste Mariano explains, the presence of F-35s and potentially F-22s isn't just for show. It demonstrates rapid deployment capability, advanced joint tactics, and the credibility of U.S. commitments under the Mutual Defense Treaty. It also signals to the Philippine Air Force what future multi-role fighter acquisitions might look like in terms of capabilities. Indeed, the Philippine Air Force itself has ambitions to modernize further. Observers note that participating in exercises like Cope Thunder, especially alongside stealth fighters, helped shape doctrine, infrastructure, and even procurement priorities. Over the last decade, the PAF has transformed from a primarily internal security force to one looking outward, focused on external defense. Its FA-50PH fighters, acquired in the mid-2010s, have served as both training platforms and frontline interceptors. Yet, as PAF Commanding General Lieutenant General Arthur Cordura has stated, there's recognition that the next step must involve acquiring a true multi-role fighter with greater range, payload, and advanced sensors. That's why the experience of working alongside F-35As is so critical. PAF pilots in this exercise are not merely watching, they're flying alongside these jets, practicing coordinated strikes, defensive maneuvers, and learning to integrate with platforms whose sensor capabilities stretch far beyond visual range. While the public eye is fixed on the stealth aircraft, the backbone of the exercise lies in the daily grind of logistics teams, mechanics, radar operators, and planners. At Clark Air Base, USAF and PAF personnel have transformed hangars and flight lines into bustling hubs of activity. Spare parts arrive on massive C-17 Globemass to transport aircraft, fuel trucks rumble across tarmac, and air defense crews rehearse drills against simulated missile attacks. Observers note how these operations reveal another purpose of Cope Thunder, preparing the Philippines to act as a hub in times of crisis, hosting allied aircraft and sustaining high-tempo operations. On social media, Filipino netizens have reacted with a mix of excitement and national pride. Photos and videos of the F-35As and rumored Raptors have gone viral, with captions like, "Guardians of the Skies," and, "Welcome to the Philippines." Aviation vlogger Mark Soriano posted, "Never thought I'd see the day F-22s would fly over Clark again. This is history in the making." Yet, beyond the fascination, some commentators have raised thoughtful questions. What does this mean for the Philippines' defense posture? Are these exercises a sign of rising tensions? And what lessons can the PAF carry forward? As Cope Thunder Philippines 2025's second phase unfolds, the real impact may not be fully visible until months or years later. For the PAF, exposure to cutting-edge tactics and technologies accelerates its journey toward becoming a more modern, externally focused air force. For the U.S., it's a chance to refine deployment procedures, build local partnerships, and keep pace with a dynamic security environment. Rumors also swirl that future editions of the exercise might expand further, larger force packages, more allied nations, and perhaps even scenarios involving naval and ground forces. Such evolution would echo trends seen in other regional exercises like Balikatan, which have grown in complexity and scale. What's certain is that Cope Thunder Philippines 2025 is more than a training event. It's a living testament to an alliance shaped by shared history, tested by past crises, and now renewed for a rapidly changing world. As the sun sets over Clark, the faint silhouettes of stealth fighters gliding overhead symbolize more than power. They stand for trust built over decades, and a shared commitment to keeping the skies, and the sea lanes below, free and secure. For onlookers, it's an awe-inspiring sight. For those in uniform, it's another day in the ongoing mission to protect, deter, and be ready. In the end, Cope Thunder isn't just about jets roaring through the clouds. It's about the invisible threads, planning, partnership, and purpose, that tie nations together in an unpredictable world. And for a few weeks over the skies of Luzon, the Philippines becomes a stage where tomorrow's air combat unfolds before our very eyes.